Basketball's never been more popular, but if there's one group that doesn't have a ton of focus at all, it's the parents of basketball players. I talk to parents of basketball players pretty much every day, whether it be with the teams that I coach, whether it be with the in person training I do, or through my online programs, or even just comments and DMs on social media. I'm hearing from basketball parents who are struggling with the entire process of helping their child become the best player possible. And I looked around to see if there was anybody who was really providing help or answers to a lot of the problems that I literally witness every single day. And there pretty much was none. So I decided that I wanted to do that. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ethan Koza, and I created Vision Driven Basketball, which is a channel with about 90,000 subscribers. Now, that channel is very much geared towards players and giving players advice, how to improve at your skills, how to improve at your basketball IQ, how to become more confident. It's very much geared towards the actual player. But like I said, there's just not enough out there talking to parents. And from that perspective, because as somebody who coaches, who trains, if that side isn't good in terms of the support that they get from their parents, it becomes infinitely more difficult for them to actually succeed. So I'm 25 years old. I'm not a parent yet. But like I said, I'm around basketball parents all the time. I'm the head coach of a varsity basketball team going into my second year of that. And before that, I was an assistant varsity coach for 5 years. Vision Driven Basketball also started as just in-person training. So I've worked with a ton of players from the elementary school level, middle school, high school, college, professional level. And I've gotten to see a lot of the issues that parents have when it comes to knowing what they should be doing to help their kid in their development, trying to understand the recruiting process, trying to understand the process of going from one level to the next, knowing which trainer is good and which trainer is a waste of time and money, and how they can actually decipher those things. AAU and figuring out, should they play on this team or that team? What matters more when I determine that? The competitive landscape of basketball as a whole is kind of a complicated thing to figure out. Dealing with coaches who are inept or maybe confusing or maybe just seem to be limiting to their kid. And then how to actually keep your kid focused and how to communicate with them when it comes to basketball is another area that a lot of parents struggle with, and I hear about all the time. My main program, Basketball IQ Academy, is really geared towards players, but funny enough, I hear from parents in regards to that way more than I hear from players. And so that was another thing that just kind of kept nudging me to say, like, I need to definitely talk about some of these issues because there's not a lot of resources to help with it. Along with all of that, I have multiple younger brothers who play basketball. I have one who just graduated and finished up his college career. I've got one who is a sophomore in high school who actually plays for the team that I coach. And then I have one who's going into seventh grade. So just the process of trying to guide them through all the ups and downs that come with it. There's a lot of overlap there. So I have a lot of experience when it comes to different angles of trying to raise the best hoopers possible. And that's what this channel is all about. So some of those topics that I mentioned earlier, we're going to be diving into a lot of that stuff. Please leave comments down below. Reach out to me. Let me know what you want to see, what questions you have, because that's the best driver for content here. You don't need to know the X's and O's in order to be a great basketball parent. But it's important that you have clarity and that you understand how to properly guide your player through the process, through the ups and the downs of everything. And that's really my goal. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, make sure you subscribe. Again, leave a comment, introduce yourself. Let me know what questions, what struggles you might have. So by the time this comes out, I'll have a couple other videos out as well. So make sure you go check those out too. Appreciate you for watching. We'll talk soon. Peace.